we'll see who comes in first. Hello, Charles. How are we doing today? Be nice to see Patriots coming first, man. Because these trolls don't like talking to me. Oh, we got 12 here already, man. Oh, we got 1 like. Got 2 likes and 0 people talking so far. Well, hello, how are you doing today? I did see Trump today. He was doing a talk today. I can play that for you guys. I see he was signing bills, signing things today. So this is gonna be here shortly, because his time's up. So was it May? Yeah, May. End of May. He's gonna be. He's gotta let it go because. He only works so many days. So many months with him. Not days, months. Oh, yeah? At the White House? I didn't see that. All I know is, man, this weather is hot today. It is hot. So how is the weather by y'all? I didn't see that. Did not see that. I wish I did. So we can get. The only thing I seen was on. What did I do with my thing there? Yeah, today. Sorry. Today was like. Well, I say like 70 degrees, but it was hot today. The sun has been really bright. Today was supposed to rain, but of course, it didn't happen. As much I was bitching about the cold weather, but honestly with you right now, I think I kind of want the cold weather back now. As long as it ain't like freaking too cold, I wouldn't mind. I mean, right now, I'll be happy with 6 degrees. 65 at the highest. I mean, 68 would be good, but it's just too hot right now. I don't like heat. I hate heat. Yeah. The heat. This whole weather thing is just crazy. It is. Like yesterday, it was supposed to rain, but it didn't happen. So I decided, screw it then. I'm just gonna go out and cook on the grill. I'm gonna go to the park and I'm gonna cook on the grill. So that's what I did. Because not gonna sit around. So what I did is I just cooked some ribs. I'll show you guys the pictures. There you go. So that's what I did. I just cooked ribs. Something simple. I cooked a lot, of course. I know he was, oh, that's a lot of food there. Why did I cook a lot? Let's see. Let's ask the question. Why did I cook so much food? Well, because I fed somebody else, and then I went down to the shelter, and I gave. Because I don't believe in just thinking myself here. I think of everybody else too. So that's what I did. Because that's just me. I'm a very kind person. You know, there's people these days that can't even eat, or whatever the case could be. Maybe they don't have the money or whatever. I don't know. I just refuse to give people money. I don't give anybody money because I'm not here to support your drug habits. I want to do kind things. So that's just the ribs there. Then I put barbecue sauce on them. So everybody's, oh, how can you eat ribs with no barbecue sauce on them? No, there was. Alright, let's get this thing turned on here. I wish I would have seen that. The flags. I didn't see that. I know that he was people there, he was doing talking and all that. But how's things been going with you? Well, actually, let's go back to the number. How much is your gas prices now by you? Tell me how much your gas price is. Because, I mean, here, like I said, they were down to 315 to 312 and went back up. 345. Well, I can, what I can do, I can make you as a temporary mod if you want me to. I can make you a temporary mod for you to post a link right away, and then I'm going to remove it, okay? Is that okay with you? They're doing gas gouging here is what they're doing. Because, like I said, 345, 349, whatever, and then I seen 360. I'll take it right back. I just told you I will. Take it right, there you go. I just made you mod real quick. Go ahead and post the link and I'll take it right back. I will take it back. Let's see, we gotta go here. So the minute you post the link there, I will remove you from being the mod. But I gotta do something real quick. Back here. I understand that. I'm just post. Did you already post the link? All right, here you go. There you go. I told you what I was gonna do for you. I wouldn't lie to you. I'm not a Democrat. Alright, so we got it. Alright. Did you see that I removed the mod there for you? I would never ever lie to you like that. I will tell you the truth. We know the Democrat Party, man, they love to lie, and I'm not the one gonna do that to you. Okay, let's get to the page. Yeah, Jericho got me as a mod now on his channel. So that's what Jericho's got me a mod now. Thank you. Oh, let's get this thing rock and rolling here. Let's get this thing turned on. Just try and get the link. I wouldn't make no one just a mod, just a mod. You know, just for no reason. Always try to make sure. Just try and get the link. Oh, come on, trolls. You know I do. Come on, trolls. Troll alert. That's right. Trolls, like I told you many times. Here, I'm going to leave you there for a second. First of all, I do got a sack of apples. You guys have no sack of apples. I guarantee you little pussies can't come here, okay? I had enough time to talk to y'all. Oh, come on, trolls. You know I do. So, bye-bye, trolls. Troll alert. That's right. Trolls, like I told you many times. Here, I'm going to leave you there for a second. Oh, we got... Yeah, see, when you gotta come there and act like that, you guys had no sack of apples. You're gonna come tell me. Let's come on. Come meet me. Fucking adults. I guarantee you guys won't do it. Because you're too damn pussies. There we go. We got here, hon.
Almost 100-foot tall American flag on this side and another one on the other side. Two flags.
Hold on. Let's get this. The trolls are very bored and lonely tonight. They need you to talk to. They gotta come here and say things here. And act like they're some tough little girlies. Every time they always want to block me. They don't want to come here and see me in person. But whatever. I ain't got time for y'all. I got a life.
Bluetooth connect.
You know, God is good, all. God is really good. Alright, we got this here going. Now we just gotta play this here. Come on. We gotta wait for the thing to load here. YouTube. I had it on here. What? Why did it do that? It's a short clip. It doesn't matter. It's something. I like to see it. I love American flags, man. I love my country.
We're putting up a beautiful, almost 100-foot tall American flag on this side and another one on the other side. Two flags, top of the line, and they've needed flagpoles for 200 years.
That's it? Come on, it was longer than that. I didn't see the flag. I didn't see the flag there. Cancel. Yeah, why?
Foot tall American flag on this side and another one on the other side. 2 flags, top of the line, and they've needed flagpoles for 200 years.
I don't think so.
He's so tempted to talk to you.
I tell you, Charles got nothing better to do. So not yet. We can watch the other one. I really wanted to see the American flag. It's alright. So it'll be up in a
office, and we want to know how you think he's doing as president. You guys know how I think he's doing, but Democrats and other critics say that.
Let's see what this one's about. Well, this is the one that Trump.
Hello, everybody. So we have a very special group of wounded veterans who are amazing. I've actually visited many of them in the hospital, and they came out better than me. They came out looking good. If I had that look, I would have been president 20 years ago. I wouldn't have had to wait so long. You look great, fellas. But we have many of them. I didn't even realize it at the time, but I visited many of you in the hospital. They did an incredible job. The doctors are absolutely unbelievable, the job they do. So we were having a little meeting, and at the same time, we're signing some very important legislation, what will become legislation, and right now it's an executive order, and having to do mostly with education. And we have our Secretary of Education, Linda McMahon, who's been so incredible over the last few weeks. I've been watching her on television. I'd like to tell her she could do better, but she can't. She can't do any better. So I want to thank you, Linda. Fantastic. And we also have Commerce, and we have Labor with us today. And you have been, thank you very much. And Howard, thank you very much. And we'll take some questions after we're finished. Maybe I'll ask Will to step forward, and you can go through some of these.
Yes,
Also,
sir.
Lindsay, you'll work with Will. Know by now?
Thank you, Mr.
And
President.
we'll go through. And Linda, why don't you come over here? In fact, one of the three of you come over here.
We also have a special guest with us today, sir.
Oh, that's right. Annette Albright. Where is Annette? Annette Albright. Charlotte Mecklenburg, school teacher. Very special one. Thank you very much. It's a great honor to have you. Got all sorts of awards for talent. That's good. Thank you very much for being with us. Appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, please.
Sir, the first executive order we have prepared for your attention, there are currently laws on the books requiring certain disclosures of universities when they accept large foreign gifts. We believe that certain universities, including, for example, Harvard, have routinely violated this law, and this law has not been effectively enforced. So this executive order charges your departments and agencies with enforcing the laws on the books with respect to foreign gifts to American universities.
Thank you very much. We'll put it right here.
Next for you, sir, university accreditation is currently a process controlled by a number of third-party organizations. That's by statute, by law. Many of those third-party accreditors have relied on sort of woke ideology to accredit universities instead of accrediting based on merit and performance. So the university accreditation process also applies to and other sort of graduate programs. But the basic idea is to force accreditation to be focused on the merit and the actual results that these universities are providing, as opposed to how woke these universities have gotten. So we're setting up new accreditation pathways. We're charging the Department of Education to really look holistically at this accreditation mess and hopefully make it much better.
Will we look into the past people that they've taken? For instance, I hear all about certain great schools, and then we read where they're going to teach people basic math that we can all do very easily, but they can't do. They're, going to the top school, and they come out with a program of teaching basic math to somebody that got into a Harvard or a Princeton or a Yale. Is that part of this?
When universities are not performing appropriately, whether that's in admissions or whether that's in their actual instructional activities, that's certainly something that accreditors should be considering, that right now we believe they're not doing a good enough job of, and I think Secretary McMahon could probably speak to that better than I could.
So they're allowing people into school, they can't do math, and yet kids who've worked really hard and number one in their class in a high school someplace in New Jersey or in Mississippi, they can't get into the best schools. What is that all about?
Yeah, and I think that gets to your policy, sir, of meritocracy, that we should be looking at those who have real merit to get in, and we have to look harder at those universities that aren't enforcing that.
Okay, thank you. And this pretty much does it, right?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you.
Sir, during your first administration, you made promoting historically black colleges and universities, HBCUs, a major priority. This executive order takes existing law on HBCUs and brings it into effect. We're going to be setting up a White House initiative on HBCUs. The basic idea here is making sure that every aspect of your administration is working to ensure that HBCUs are able to do their job as effectively and as efficiently as possible.
Okay.
This next executive order relates to artificial intelligence education, sir. You've obviously done a lot in the artificial intelligence space already. The basic idea of this executive order is to ensure that by ensuring that school children, young Americans are adequately trained in AI tools so that they can be competitive in the economy years from now into the future as AI becomes a bigger and bigger deal.
That's a big deal because AI is where it seems to be at. We have literally trillions of dollars being invested in AI. And somebody today, a very smart person, said that AI is the way to the future. I don't know if that's right or not, but certainly very smart people are investing in it heavily. Good. Okay.
Next, sir, we have an executive order on workforce development. This executive order is going to charge numerous departments and agencies within the government to reshape the way that we do workforce development. One example from the executive order, for instance, we're looking to get the total number of apprenticeships, new apprenticeships, up to 1 million in the country to ensure that in critical jobs areas, in areas where we currently don't have enough trained workers, that we're recreating that pipeline to ensure that, particularly as we onshore industrial jobs and new industries, that those industries have the workforce they need to be competitive globally.
Okay. Very. And in a way, this is like a training center, right, for what we're trying to do, which is jobs at great salaries. These are great salaries, too.
Right, it's exactly. So all those factories that you're bringing in because of your trade policy, we're going to train people in trade craft, bring back trade craft to America so that people can work in these factories with great paying jobs, and we're going to train them, and we're going to remake the American dream for all these people. We're working together. Right, Lori?
Absolutely. This plays right into America at Work Tour, which I have kicked off. We will work with our state partners and work with our businesses to see exactly who they need in that workforce, and we will skill and upskill these apprentices so they can get right to work and get in the field and build back this economy for exactly living the American dream. Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you, Mr. President.
Next, sir, we have an executive order on school discipline policies. Under, I believe it was the Biden administration, first Obama and then Biden, the Department of Justice issued guidance that made it almost impossible for schools to enforce adequate disciplinary policies. This created issues in the classroom for teachers and students alike. Basically, they focused on CRT and sort of diversity ideology instead of actually just enforcing the rules in classrooms to ensure a safe learning environment. This executive order revokes that prior guidance and puts us back in a place where hopefully the Department of Education can focus on education and teachers can focus on teaching in a safe environment.
And this was important for you, Linda, as I understand it.
Yeah, absolutely, because it gives teachers the authority now to have discipline in their classroom and discipline the person who is being disruptive.
Great.
Who's all here still?
Okay. Nice.
Cool.
We know Meatwad's here, all these libtards here.
Lastly, sir, we have an executive order on disparate impact theory.
We know the
This is a
libtards
theory
every day,
that
man.
underlies a lot of the modern DEI and CRT-driven diversity culture. The basic idea here is instructing your departments and agencies to no longer
You guys are
rely
calling
on
yourself that
disparate
name.
impact theory as their regulator.
That's the problem, y'all. You keep calling yourself that.
We want to
You're
focus
the idiot.
on results. We want to focus on actual fairness. We want to focus on merit, not
What
things
page
like
are still
disparate
here?
impact theory and the whole
Besides the
sort of,
libtards.
diversity, equity, inclusion cult.
It's getting out of that, huh?
Yes, sir.
After being in that jungle for a long time. Okay.
Is there any patrons here still?
Very good job.
Thank you, sir.
very much.
Appreciate it.
Very much.
You know, libtards,
Would you like
if
to
you want me to go
introduce
drive around, you
again
can pay a little money.
and perhaps Annette wants to say something having to do with
Pay some money for gas. Nothing's free in life, kids.
Yes, please come over.
And you gotta pay more than a lousy little dollar.
To make. I know you're a former Charlotte Mecklenburg school teacher. I'm a North Carolina girl, so
Yes,
it's nice
Newbern.
to hear. Yes,
Gas is a
Newbern.
360 gallon.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you so much. I'm so honored to be here. This has been an 8-year
So we need money.
journey for me to raise awareness to the violence that's in public schools and the critical need to address violence in public schools. Again, been doing it 8 years because most administrations like to keep the violence hidden. We have 3 students that should be here with us today. We have Austin McCaff, I'm sorry if I say his name wrong, Serenity Baker, and Nizir Taylor from Charlotte, North Carolina, who was shot in the back as he was getting off of a school bus because they thought he was a part of a big brawl that happened inside a public high school. So this is very important and critical legislation that we have to keep our educators safe, we have to keep our students safe, and public
Oh,
schools.
lifters! How you doing, lifters?
Like I said, I've done
Lifters, how you doing? Bye, lifters.
I have a whole team.
Bye, bye.
I spoke at the RNC, and I told millions that Donald Trump and his administration was
The
going to make
lifters
schools
they
great
didn't get
again.
a
and I feel that we're
job.
on the
Well,
right
lifters,
path,
but
and
they
I'm
were
just
years. Yes, you got a
honored to
job,
be
but you
here.
guys don't want to. You guys want to live a free life.
this to our great Betsy
Because she
with
has
us,
nothing
and
better to do.
Is it okay if I give her one? What do you think?
Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. What an honor.
Great job. Could I ask Sarah to speak, Gerardo?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about these great gentlemen.
These heroes, Mr. President, are
Well,
extraordinary.
Thursday, you want me
This
to
is
go
my
drive
husband,
around,
Michael,
pay me
and
some gas
so many
money.
of our dear,
Like
dear
I told
friends
you,
who are
gas
here
is
today.
$3.60 a gallon.
Many of them have met
So don't
you,
think,
sir,
oh,
in
I'm
the
going
first
to just give them
administration in the
$3 and
hospital,
6
many
cents.
times at Walter Reed.
No.
And
You guys, when we go drive around, man, you guys gotta at least give me 30 bucks.
Since he was wounded in
$30.
And
I'll go
on
drive
that
around, pay
day,
30 bucks.
About 6 years ago, he had his 120th surgery post-Afghanistan, and you came to see him at Walter Reed, and so many others.
You donate $30, I'll go drive around, you little bitches.
In the VA, access, same-day access to prosthetics.
If not,
mental health care.
I don't want to
and
know more
we know
about it.
that is back. We're going to. These gentlemen were saying. Alex here earlier was saying, in the last few years, when he's gone to get a wheelchair, the VA has asked him. This gentleman, they've asked him to prove that he still has his injuries, as though maybe his limbs would grow back. And they unfortunately did not. Yes, and we've seen that many times. And so we're excited for you bringing back the VA accountability, Mission Act, community care, that were the hallmark of your first term. And we're so excited, sir, to be here. We're honored to be here. And thank you for all you do for our nation's heroes.
Thank you. Who's that picture on there?
That is Joe Biden, and it says, "Let's go, Brandon."
I'm saying, what was that picture?
That's hard.
I told him he wasn't allowed
I told
to
you.
sign it.
That's
It's a gas money. I'll
Well,
go.
thank you all very much. Would you like to say
$35.
anything,
I'll
fellas?
go. I'm with you.
You have a lot of good to be the media, but they believe very much in you. Like
Hey,
I do.
it's from Liptard. That's your name
We're
right
very
there.
happy with the energy that this administration is bringing, and it's an administration that does what it promises, and so we're behind you. We believe in you, and I think we all love you. We got to speak for everybody.
Thank you very much, and I'm going to get you a better hat. See, I have better hat. That's a good one. That was the original.
It was.
That means you was there.
I've been wearing it before it was cool.
That's right. That's an early one. We'll save that one now, right?
Yes, Mr. President.
Thank you. Anybody, please?
I'd like to stay.
Good. Very nice. Thank you very much. True. Thank you.
President just spoke, saved Michael Broder's life. And of course, he goes immediately to say thank you, as he was the one that saved Michael Brado, put him in the helicopter, and got him off the combat zone.
Wow.
So the selflessness of these men is unspeakable.
That's great to you.
Yeah, he's alive because of that man right here.
That's very good. And these are amazing people, great heroes. So that's really great. Anybody else? Yes,
I'd like to say it was an honor to serve. You are worth it. This country's worth it, and it's because of what Christ paid for.
Thank you. And we have a spirit that people haven't seen in many years, at least 5. Because we've been through so much for the last 4 years together. It was so bad. It was so bad what they've done to the borders. It's really an honor to be with you, all of you. Incredible. And I'm going to give you these coins that I think you're going to really like them. I think they're the best. These are the best coins. And you have your chips. This is gunmetal. I don't know, soldiers like the black, but I think you like this one. It's okay. A lot of soldiers like the black. Here you go. What do you like?
I'll go to black.
Yeah?
Yeah.
See? I told you. Have that. These are choices.
I'll take a black one, sir.
Okay, look at this. That rarely happens. You're different, huh?
Take a black one, sir.
Oh, that's great.
They call the military.
No, but is that I always say the soldiers, they do like it. It's gunmetal. What do we like?
That's what I heard, that it was gunmetal.
Gold is.
I'm giving him 2.
We have 3 girls. They're
One
going
for
to
this
fight.
one right here. We'll get another one. Okay. This is actually fun.
I'll take the gold, Mr.
Look, okay. I thought you were going to take that gold one. Okay.
Gold one, sir.
Okay. You got it.
I had an opportunity to sail across the Gulf of America 2 days after you named it right.
Oh, wow. Isn't that great? It's been an honor. And now people say it routinely.
Yep.
They don't even think about the other.
Bye-bye, Leftovers.
Take a gold one.
Okay. Almost even. I think gold is an edge.
I would love a gold one.
You got it?
Thank you so much. Thank
The
you.
gold. It picked up at the end, right? So you all okay? That's good. So I want to thank you very much, and especially that's a great story. Yeah. So what do you think of a guy like that? Pretty good.
We actually
And then we all served together. Wow.
And Jared over there.
So you guys,
I forgot.
so you guys got hit, huh? Pretty good. You got hit.
Pretty good.
Amazing,
We're in a
amazing.
pretty tough area in Kandahar, in the Arghandab River Valley,
Right,
right
it's
outside
tough.
Kandahar.
Their unit had a more than 50% Purple Heart rate, sir,
Wow.
in 2010.
You deserve it. You deserve that and more. We appreciate it so much. Brave, really brave, brilliant people. Thank you very much. Do you have any questions of the guys here?
I want to say thank you to the veterans who are here. Thank you so much for defending us. And then I wanted to ask you, Mr. President, because you said you want to bring the tariffs on China down soon. How soon do you want to bring the tariffs on Chinese goods
Well, that
down?
depends on them. We have a situation where we have a very, very great place. It's called the United States of America, and it's been ripped off for years and years. These people know it. We talked about it before you came in. We've been ripped off by every country in the world practically, and friend and foe. And we're not doing that anymore. So what's happened is Howard, how many countries have we spoken to already? 90. And they all want to make deals, and we're going to make deals, but they're going to be fair deals. They're not going to be rip-off deals. And we were losing almost $5 billion a year. No country can do that. And now we have it down almost to even, maybe even better than even, because of the tariffs on cars and aluminum and steel. We have tariffs 25% on cars, aluminum, and steel. There's a rush to build new steel plants, a rush to build new aluminum plants, and a biggest rush I've ever seen, that we've ever seen, to build car plants. We have like 11 of them or something, big ones, where you guys maybe work. Maybe you won't want to work. You'll do something else instead of that. But if you like cars, you'd like to work at one of these plants, the biggest plants in the world. 3 of them have left Mexico before construction started, 1 of them during construction. And they're coming to this country. They're coming back. Don't forget, and we get along great with Mexico, but Mexico took 32% of our car building business. So it's amazing what's happened. Remember this number, anywhere from $3 to $5 billion a day. That's not $1 million, that's $1 billion a day. Nobody can even imagine it. And that's what we were losing. And, hence we have $36 trillion in debt and everything else. And in the end, I think what's going to happen is we're going to have great deals. And by the way, if we don't have a deal with a company or a country, we're going to set the tariff. We just set the tariff. It's something that we think that will happen, I'd say, over the next couple of weeks. Wouldn't you say? I think so. Over the next 2-3 weeks, we'll be setting the number. And we're going to pick, could be for China too, could be for China. Well, we're dealing with almost all of them. Too many to fully deal with, but we're going to be fair to them. But we're dealing with a lot of countries right now, and could be with China, but maybe we'll make a special, a deal, and we'll see what it will be. Right now, it's 145%. That's very high. It got there because of the fentanyl. They're sending, massive amounts of fentanyl into our country and killing a lot of people, probably 200,000 plus a year, wiping them out. You probably all have friends who were killed. Somebody was killed in your family or your friends with fentanyl, and somehow it's made almost exclusively in China. And as you know, we essentially taxed them 10 and then another 10. We also taxed Mexico 25, and we taxed Canada 25. And that's the kind of money that's what's pouring into our country right now. And it's gotten us down from losing $3 to $5 billion a day to actually making money, but breaking even, let's say, but we're going to make a lot of money, and that money is going to be used to reduce taxes.
Come on, lip-thars, what are you guys going to come here for?
There was a time from 1870.
Lip-thars, why don't you guys go get a job?
Money to us in the form of tariffs, and that was when we were the wealthiest.
Your name should be fucking lip-tards. Make a TikTok and say lip-tard. That's what y'all are, lip-tards.
1887 in particular, but they formed committees to determine what we should do with all the money. We had so much money, you guys would have loved it. We had so much money, they didn't know what to do with it. We gave it away to different causes, and You haven't seen that too much anymore, although we give plenty away, but now we shouldn't be giving it away. We have to take care of ourselves first, right? But we were very wealthy, and proportionately the wealthiest we ever were. We built the Panama Canal. Jimmy Carter gave that away for $1, by the way. One of the most profitable things ever built, the Panama Canal. We gave it away for $1 to Panama. Why? I don't know. Nobody knows, but that's what we had. We had people like that sitting behind this desk, and that shouldn't have happened. Panama Canal, it was the most expensive thing ever built by our country in history. I'm talking relative dollars. We've never built anything so expensive. I think it was the equivalent of $1.7 billion, and we've never built anything like that. We built a lot of things, but never so expensive. Then we started building other things. We had a lot of money to do it, all based on foreign countries coming in and so much that we're going to be able to reduce taxes in this country by a lot. And we're also going to treat those countries very fairly. But if we don't make a deal, which is possible, we're going to just set the price. Because you remember, they have to come in, they want to come in here, and they want the United States. So we want to set a fair price, and we'll do that. We're going to be very fair, but we'll set a fair price, and then they can make a determination as to whether or not they want to do business with the United States, and I think most of them will, and I think we're going to treat them very fairly.
Were you worried about what the 145% tariffs were doing to small businesses here in the U.S.? Is that why you're bringing it down?
No, I haven't brought it down. I haven't brought it still 145. I haven't brought it down. I said it's a high tariff. It is a high tariff, but I haven't brought it down. It basically means China's not doing any business with us, essentially, because it's a very high number. So when you add that to the price of a product, a lot of those products aren't going to sell. But China's not doing any business. They were doing $1.1 trillion. Think of that, $1.1 trillion. You know what that is? And it was just very unfair to us. And we were doing relatively very little with them. It was very one-sided. But we get along. I get along very well with President Xi, and I hope we can make a deal. Otherwise, we'll set a price, and hopefully they'll come here and they'll contribute. And if they don't, that's okay.
So, on your trip to Rome, there's a lot of leaders attending the Pope's funeral who also said they'd like to meet with you while you're there. Do you have any meetings set up? Or
Yes, I do. I have a lot of meetings set up. I don't know if I can do it. Do you want to help me out, fellas? I got a lot of meetings. I got every leader in the world, which tells you that we have a good product. It's called the United States of America, and it's great. And these people know about it better than anybody in this room. But we have a great place, and it should be a lot greater. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to make it greater than ever before. It's very simple.
Who are you going to be meeting with President Zelensky?
Well, I have a lot of meetings set up, yeah.
And are you bringing anyone with you in the U.S. delegation to the funeral, like Secretary Rubio or a former president?
We have a couple of people coming. We'll announce it probably this evening or tomorrow. First Lady's going, and some people.
Hello there, Jericho. How you doing?
But we'll have a number of people going. I'm sure it's going to be a beautiful ceremony. Okay?
So I had one on Ukraine, but I wanted to ask you one about veterans since they are here today, and thank you for your service and sacrifice. I wanted to ask you about the cuts that have been made, including with the VA. Can you assure that veterans like these men here, those that have been suffering from mental health issues or burn pits, for example, will be taken care of?
Yeah, very much so. In fact, they will tell you it's been better with me than any president in history. We had a 92% approval rating, which is unheard of, up 50 points from the previous administration in my first 4 years, and we're doing better now. And in fact, now they have something, the call-in doctor stuff, where it's really become modernized and great. We don't have to go and travel sometimes long distances to get to a clinic or get to the VA. And I just heard this morning, I was listening to Doug Collins, who's a secretary. He was being interviewed, and the numbers are incredible. The approval better than the first 4 years. So no, there's no group of people more important than the people in this room. And I'm not talking about the media. I'm talking about these people right here. There's no group, and they're going to be taken really well care of. That's very important to me.
And on the war in Ukraine, Are you going to be meeting with President Zelensky? He's asked to meet with you this weekend. Will you be meeting with him?
I don't know. I don't know that he's going to the funeral or not, but I just hope he gets this thing solved, because we're losing about, think of this, 5,000. I was saying 2,500, and everyone was telling me that's low. 5,000 soldiers are being killed every week, approximately. Think of that. Every week, 5,000 soldiers, but let's say from 3,000 to 5,000 are being killed. They're Russian and Ukrainian. They're not Americans, but they're Russian, but they're people. And they're humans. They're human beings. They have families. They wave goodbye to their son, and then they get a call that the son's no longer there. It's a vicious war, and if I can help solve it, we're not losing our soldiers, but we're losing soldiers, a lot of people. And if I can solve it because of a certain ability, that would be great. And if it doesn't happen, I will say that I think Russia is ready, and a lot of people said Russia wanted to go for the whole thing. And to get a deal with Zelensky, and I hope that Zelensky, I thought it might be easier to deal with Zelensky. So far it's been harder, but that's okay. It's all right. But I think we have a deal with both. I hope they do it, because I'm looking to save, and we spend a lot of money, but this is about a lot of humanity. This is the worst. I get the pictures, the satellite pictures. I've never seen anything like it, of the fields after some of these battles. It's horrible that it's going for nothing. We would have never had this problem. You would have never had that war if I were president. I guarantee you that. And for 4 years you didn't have it.
Are you going to meet with Vladimir Putin? Are you going to meet with Vladimir Putin in Saudi Arabia?
It's possible, but most likely not. I think we'll meet with him shortly thereafter.
What is Mr. Wickoff going to present to the
Chairman Jerome Powell, during the Biden administration in the campaign, with inflation raging, he lowered interest rates 2 times.
That's right.
Now, with 2 consecutive months of inflation being down, all economic theory you learn in the 8th grade says it's time to cut rates when inflation is down.
You're right.
He's not done that. Have you had any direct conversation with him?
No, I haven't. I haven't called him. I might call him. I haven't called him, but I believe he's making a mistake by not lowering interest rates. And I think as well as we're doing, we'd do much better. He's keeping rates too high. He historically has been late, except when it came to Biden. He was recommended by a certain person that I'm not particularly happy with, but he will hopefully do the right thing. We're sitting on something that's going to be very good. With all the tariff money starting to come in, our country's going to be doing really well, and hopefully he'll be. We don't have inflation. Groceries are down. When I first came in, you people were there. They hit me with the first day that I was president. Somebody started screaming at me that eggs are up. I said, I just got here.
Yeah.
They were going crazy. You remember that, Linda?
Yes.
They were going crazy. They're saying egg prices are too. I said, I'm here for 1 week. Just leave me alone. This is a fake news media. And I said, what can I tell you? But Brooke Rollins, our Secretary of Agriculture, and a group working with her have done an amazing job. And egg prices have gone down 87%. Energy now is down $65 a barrel. They have some energy selling gasoline for less than $2 in a couple of states. In Alabama, a couple of great states, but all over the country, it's way down from what it was 6 months ago, 3 months ago. And that has a lot to do with the war. When Biden allowed energy to skyrocket, it just skyrocketed. It was out of control. Russia made a lot more money because they make their money on energy. And I kept saying, he supposedly wants to end the war, but he lets energy go out of control. Well, I've gotten it. We are drilling like crazy right now. Almost $100 a barrel. And at that number, Putin and Russia made a lot of money. So I think one of the reasons, I think he has a certain respect for me, but one of the big reasons is oil prices are down. I think this is a good time to get the war settled. Thank you. Thank you for that question.
For those of us that live here in the district, you said when you came in, you were going to make Washington, D.C. great again.
Right.
One of the issues we've got right now is we understand there might be an imminent deal between the owner of the Washington football team, whatever you want to call them now, Commanders, and locally in getting the Redskins back to DC and RFK Stadium. That's on federal property.
Right.
Are you going to be involved in that negotiation?
Yeah.
And would one of the stipulations be they changed their name back to the Redskins?
Oh, I see. Well, that's a little bit. Nobody's asked me that one. Look, I think when the Indian population is a great part of this country, a great heritage. And we were talking about Massapequa, Long Island, the Chiefs. They call themselves the Chiefs. Well, the Kansas City Chiefs, they're not changing their name. A great team, great people,
nice guys
great
here.
owners, great coach and quarterback. I love the quarterback, like his girlfriend too, and his wife. His wife is great. She's been a big fan. His quarterback's mother is incredible. I like that team. They're called the Chiefs, and frankly, I see nothing wrong with it. They call them the Warriors, and not that team, but a lot of other teams, and all of these Indian surnames and different names. And I'm saying that I think that's a positive thing. And when you go back to Indians, they polled us. They don't know why these names are being taken off. They're trying to. I think it's degrading to the Indian population, and it's a great population, and they like when they're called by various names. Now, Washington. The Redskins, perhaps that's a little bit different, but I can tell you that I spoke to people of Indian heritage that love that name and they love that team, and I think it's I think it's a superior name to what they have right now, and it had heritage behind it. It had something special. But a lot of the names having to do with, different places, not just Indians, but I think they changed the name of the Cleveland Indians. Why would you take the name Indians off the Cleveland Indians? And now it's called the Cleveland something else, right? Guardians. It just doesn't make sense to me. So we're about bringing common sense back to this country. And it may be popular or unpopular what I'm saying, and I've just said to you, he's a nice guy. He got a lot out of me on this one, but I think most people agree with me. I think it really is demeaning to Indians. But to change the name of the Cleveland Indians, as an example, to the Cleveland Guardians, is not the same, and I'm sure it has an impact on the team. Please.
Sir, thank you, sir. Elon Musk said he'll be stepping back from his work with Doge a little bit and only dedicating maybe a day or two a week to it. How long would you like to see that continue, and how involved would you like to see him continue to be after?
Well, first of all, I can't speak more highly about any individual. He's an incredible guy. He's a brilliant guy. He's a wonderful. I've seen him with a lot of his children. He's got a lot of children. He treats them good. He loves his children. But he's a brilliant guy, and he was a tremendous help, both in the campaign and in what he's done with Doge. And we're talking about almost $200 billion and rising fast, because many of the things that we were looking at are now being found out to be fact. It's terrible. I mean, the fraud, the waste, the abuse, the everything that's happened is just terrible. So
I'm here. I see.
I also know that he was treated very
Mr. Nice
unfairly
Guy.
by
Is this Schaumburg?
the public, by some of the public.
Who's all going to be there?
He makes an incredible car. Makes everything he does.
Is it this Sunday?
But they took it out
in
on
Schaumburg?
Tesla.
I need more information.
And I just thought it was so unfair because he's trying to help the country. But he has helped the country. I also want him to make sure that he's going to be in great shape, and I know he is. I mean, he's going to do great. He loves the country. He didn't need to do this. He did it, and I told him. I said, whenever you're ready, I'd like to keep him for a long time, but whenever you're ready, he's an exceptional guy. When you see those rockets go up and come back and land in the same gantry, nobody else can do that but this man. So he's just an incredible person, and he's a friend of mine, and he's a nice person, too. He's a very nice person. He really helped the country, saved us a lot of money. And I heard him say that he'll start easing, he was always at this time going to ease out. And when he goes back to Tesla, that'll be taken care of. It's artificial. These were sick people that... He's a great patriot, and it shouldn't be the way. That should never have happened to him. And I will tell you right now, he makes a great product. It's a great car. It's great everything. Starlink is great. What he does is good. He's doing medical things that are amazing. And we have to, at some point, let him go and do that. And we expect him to be doing it about this time. But I'll talk to Elon about it. Thank you for the question.
Mr. President, a second question. Canada has an election coming up. Do you have a prediction for that?
Is it this Sunday?
With respect to Canada?
With the negotiations?
Oh, I don't want to predict other nations' elections. It's tough enough doing this one. Look, I love the Canadian people. I like Canada. But it's costing us $200 billion a year to support Canada.
I remember
$200 billion.
Yeah.
And I say, why are we doing that? You know what? We can make our own cars. We have more energy than they do. We have more energy than anybody in the world. We don't need their lumber, obviously. We have more lumber. We have a lot of lumber. We have a lot of everything that they sell us. But in particular cars, they took a large percentage of the car making, and I want to bring it back to this country. I really don't want cars from Canada. So when I put tariffs on Canada, they're paying 25%, but that could go up in terms of cars. When we put tariffs on all cars, in all due respect, we want really to make our own cars, which is what we're doing in record numbers now. You know, we're going to be at record levels in a very near future because of all the plants, the car plants that are being built. And I'd rather see them made in Michigan and made in South Carolina and made in different states, Tennessee. We have a lot of great car making states, and we have some that aren't car making yet, but they will soon be car making states. And that's what I want to see for our country. At the same time, I want to help Canada. I've spoken to the current Prime Minister. He was very, very nice, I will say. Very nice. We had a couple of very nice conversations, very good. But I don't think it's appropriate for me to get involved in their election.
If I may, this deal that you have with Russia, does it include recognizing Russia's sovereignty over Crimea?
Not someone who pretends to be.
Well, everything is good. Look, I just want to see the war end. I don't care. If they're both happy, they both sign an agreement. I have no favorites. I don't want to have any favorites. I want to have a deal done. I want to save the lives. Now, with that being said, we're spending hundreds of billions of dollars through Biden. Biden should have never let that war happen. We're spending hundreds of billions, maybe $350 billion we've given to Ukraine. And we could use that money right here. So I'd like to see that. But most importantly right now is when I see the pictures, the satellite
hang on with church agents.
Not too old to pretend to be one. I want to see if I can do that.
Mr. President, thank you. On tariffs, you just mentioned that 25% could go up in cars in Canada. Does that mean that you're considering changes to the auto tariffs and auto parts?
No, we're not considering it now, but at some point it could go up, because, again, we don't really want Canada to make cars for us, to put it bluntly. We want to make our own cars, and we're now equipped to do that. They took a lot of our car business. Mexico, too, took a lot of our car business. We want to make the cars here. I'm running this country. I'm not running Canada. And that's why I asked Trudeau, who I call Governor Trudeau affectionately, but I asked him, why are we spending $200 billion to support Canada, to subsidize Canada? And he was unable to answer the question. I mean, why are we doing that?
Come and say things. I want that.
I have to be honest, as a state, it works great. As a nation, considering the fact that most of the nation, 95% of Canada, what they do is they buy from us, and they sell to us. They sell to us. If we didn't buy their oil, and we don't need their oil. We have more oil than anyone, but we don't need their oil. We don't need their lumber. We don't need their cars. We don't need anything. So I said, why are we doing this? Why are we spending $200 billion? A different subject. So I'm working well with Canada. We're doing very well. We're working on a deal representing this country. Why are we spending $200 billion to support and subsidize another country? Because if they didn't have us, and if we didn't spend that money, as Trudeau told me, they would cease to exist. He said that to me. They would cease to exist, which is true, certainly as a country.
And then on tourism, there's been a steep drop-off in international travel to the United States. It was down 12% last month, down even more from Western Europe. Why do you think that there are fewer people suddenly who want to travel to the United States?
Well, there could be a little, there's a little nationalism there, I guess, perhaps. It's not a big deal, but, with the dollar being where it is, because, China would always fight for having a low dollar. Japan would always fight for having a low dollar, meaning a low yen, or in the case of China, the yuan. They'd always want to have, China would always, I'd speak to President Xi a lot. I'd say it's unfair that your yuan is so low. I'd call up a great man, Prime Minister Abe, great man, Shinzo, who was unfortunately assassinated. And I used to tell you, he was a good friend of mine. I used to say, Shinzo, you can't let your yen go down. It makes it very hard for us to sell tractors. It makes it very hard to us to get tourism. And our dollar is a little bit on the low side. I could see a little bit nationalism at work, and I could see it likewise with us not wanting to go to certain countries, but that will work out very
Do
easily.
you think some people are scared to come here because they hear the stories of tourists who are detained for a few days or even a week or two?
No, we treat our tourists great. We're the tourism capital of the world. There's no place like this. And there may be a little bit of nationalism, but I doubt it. I actually doubt it, yeah.
Mr. President, has there been any direct contact between the U.S. and China on trade at all?
Yeah, of course.
And
every day.
Every day. And then secondly, would you support a millionaire tax?
I think it would be very disruptive because a lot of the millionaires would leave the country. The old days they left states. They go from one state to the other. Now with transportation so quick and so easy, they leave countries. You'll lose a lot of money if you do that. That would, and other countries that have done it have lost a lot of people. They lose their wealthy people. That would be bad because the wealthy people pay the tax. Okay?
So how did the talks today go in London? Do you think that the asks from Ukraine and
I think they went well. I mean, we got to get two strong people, two smart people to agree. And pretty well.
Mr. President, we understand that your economic team, many of them are here today, J.D. Vance, has negotiated what's been called a monster trade deal with India, like biggest one ever. Can you share with us what some of the framework of that might be?
You said England.
India.
India?
India.
Oh. They're not very complicated, these deals. It's about the tariffs. India charges almost more than any other country in the world. And believe it or not, we do very little business with India, other than the fact that I like the Prime Minister very much. He's a friend of mine. He was here 2 weeks ago, as you know. And we stood right outside at a news conference. Unfortunately, the grass was very wet. And it was very hard for people to stand on the grass. They got their shoes all ruined. But other than that, it was a very good news conference. And he's a great guy. But we do very little business. You know why? Because their tariffs are so high. They have among the highest tariffs, higher than China. They have among the highest tariffs in the world. And I understand they're going to reduce those tariffs, but it's really sort of their problem, not ours. We do very, very little purchasing in India because and selling. We do very little selling. I mean, Harley Davidson, I said, how are you doing in India? This is about 6 years ago. They came to lunch as a great American company. They make the motorcycles. And I said, how are you doing in India, as an example? Well, we don't do any business there. Why? Because the tariffs are too high. I said, that's interesting. Well, what do you did? I don't want that to happen. They were forced to build a plant. Well, essentially what we're doing is the same thing. Remember, there's no tariff when they build their plant here. And everybody wants to build because they don't want. And the higher the tariffs go, the more likely it is they come in and build a plant. I mean, if it's 25%, that's fine. If it's 50%, you'll get more plants. 75, you get more. At 100, you get more than that. And they're all coming in at numbers that nobody's. I don't think, Howard, there's ever been numbers like we've seen.
No.
$7-8 trillion worth in 2 months. Because It took me a month to get started, in all fairness, but in 2 months we did this, and now we're coming up on 100 days, first 100 days, and I think we're going to be close to $8 trillion. There was never any president that did even a tiny percentage of that. Okay, any other questions?
Sure. We have a deal signed, one of the deals signed by your 100-day mark, and China is saying that we're threatening and blackmailing them into a deal. What would be your response?
Well, I mean, China, look, I have great relationships in China, with President Xi in particular, but China has been charging us massive tariffs for many years. That's one of the reasons they were able to steal so many of our companies. They took our companies out of America, and they built their plants in China. Now we're reversing it, but at levels that nobody's ever seen before. No, we're going to get along great with China. I have no doubt about it. Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you. Keep going. I hope you're doing that way. Thanks, guys. Thank you.
All right, so we got this one. So, Mr. Nice Guy, all right, I'm going to make it very clear to you. Last time you told me to be there at a location, and you were clearly saying, oh, why did you say that? Well, guess what? I have documentation. You told me to be at this location. I was there. No one showed up. And not only that, the fact that you did say that Ashley Babbitt was a actor, and everybody that's standing there, that's probably true patriots, couldn't even say Ashley Babbitt, couldn't say anything. I said, say her name, and no one could do it there. I don't appreciate that. So, and I don't appreciate how you come in here in my chat only when you have something going on, when you want to say something. Oh, this is going. Hey, I can't wait to see you be there. No, you should. You know, if you're gonna, you should be here all the time, not just only when there's something going on. Because I think that's totally wrong. So, I got watching stuff. Now, today I heard, yeah, Mr. Nice Guy did say that. I couldn't believe it when I was there, and I kept saying, say her name. And no one will say her name. No one will say her name. So, because everybody thinks that she's an actor. Yeah. He's totally, I don't know if he's a proud boy or what a keyword, I don't know what this deal is. But, yep. But what I heard was, Trump has put up, 100 feet flagpole or flag, so I can't wait to see that be done. This is, I don't know, it's kind of hard to tell. This is, to me, this doesn't make any sense. Cause I think if you guys watch this here, I would think you guys understand what I mean by this. Cause there's no way.
What's up, guys? It's Benny. Here's a zany trivia. At the height of COVID in 2021, and watch your blast president out of the sky.
You know, I'm governor of South Dakota. This is how we do social distancing in our state.
Yeah, I don't know who that guy is. He claims all these things.
Less COVID, more hunting. That's the plan for the future.
This would make no sense to me.
Okay, well, the plan for the future for Kristi Noem, I'm not sure that she knew at that point that she would become one of the most powerful members of President Trump's administration, overseeing the Secret Service and ICE and Border Patrol, Homeland Security, all of the security of the homeland as the Homeland Security Secretary. Kristi Noem, a very, very powerful person in Washington, D.C. She has provided Secret Service. Yeah. And there's plenty to protect, of course. Kristi Noem wears a $60,000 Rolex Cosmograph Daytona watch during infamous visit to hellhole El Salvador prison.
Maybe.
Kristi Noem
You never know.
Somebody who certainly makes a statement with her outfits with regularity. There's the $60,000 watch right there. I mean, okay. And your point is, successful. It was a gift. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know. But I do know this, that we traveled to some pretty dangerous places with Kristi Noem, and she had staffed security. I mean,
listen up, because this is important. There's a flashlight out there that's so powerful. It's like having a lightsaber you can carry in your pocket.
Yeah.
Had staffed security. I mean, they were completely and totally bricked. There was a major detail that traveled with her. We were in her motorcade. And so she's somebody who obviously there's a lot of dangerous elements who would like to harm or hurt her. And she deserves this. I wonder why Kristi Noem, who knows how to handle a gun herself, Kristi Noem, who's wearing a $60,000 Rolex, Kristi Noem, who has $3,000 in her purse along with all of her credentials, had her purse stolen while she was just out and about in Washington, D.C. How could this be possible? But where was her security detail? Where was her protective service? Washington, D.C., a crime-ridden hellhole. We know this, of course, because we can see the D.C. statistics here, where even when a lot of the crime in D.C. has gone down, robbery and burglary is still skyrocketing through the roof. There's massive burglary numbers in Washington, D.C., and Kristi Noem, of all people, with her security detail and Secret Service in tow, still got robbed. Get a load of this. Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem was robbed on Easter Sunday despite her Secret Service protection and a stunning breach of security. According to a new report from CNN, DHS boss had a bag taken from her as she was out dining on Sunday evening. Dubbed Ice Barbie for her many law enforcement-related outfits, the secretary's bag, which included her makeup, was stolen, according to sources familiar with the matter. The law enforcement source disclosed to CNN that there were plenty of valuables in the bag. The man was able to take off with Kristi Noem's driver's license, medication, house keys, passport, DHS bag, makeup bag, blank checks, and $3,000 in cash. The source shared. What? No, I mean, $60,000 Rolex? Don't know. After reviewing the restaurant security footage, the Secret Service determined mask before he exited the restaurant. Noem, speaking to the press, the White House Easter egg roll confirmed that the incident occurred and shared the incident was unresolved. DHS spokesperson Tricia McLaughlin also confirmed the incident in an email. McLaughlin said that the robbery occurred while Noem was out celebrating Easter with her family. Her entire family was in town, including her children and grandchildren. It's unclear at what time the restaurant, at the time what restaurant she was dining at. It was in downtown D.C. Secret Service has launched a probe. I mean, F around and find out. I really hope they find the guy who did this. Kristi Noem posting here. This is the actual Easter photo. I don't know if this was at the restaurant. It looks restaurant-y, right? It looks like it might have been at the restaurant. But here is Kristi Noem right there with her family, grandkids, and her Easter message. Maybe as she was getting robbed, I don't know. A thief stole DHS Secretary Kristi Noem's bag this weekend, including all the stuff that we had previously mentioned. And the CNN report, again, doesn't really provide any information as to, why the Secret Service wasn't able to actually protect Kristi Noem. Presumably, if you're... women take their purses everywhere they go. Most women, especially women who have, giant amounts of cash and all their valuables in one bag in the middle of the restaurant, threw it into the kitchen or in the bathroom. It would inside of what you'd call the protective bubble. So some dude was able to just wander over and grab it and run away? What the hell's going on? No one was asked about the theft. The White House Easter egg roll acknowledged the incident occurred and it hadn't been resolved. Camera footage at the Capitol Burger restaurant. Okay, well, now we know the place. Saw an unknown white male wearing a medical mask steal her bag and leave the restaurant, law enforcement said. Thief got away and Noem's driver's license and all this stuff. Secret Service launched an investigation. Goodness gracious. Secret Service has launched an investigation.
Hello, Party Bonzo.
And trace any use of Noem's financial instruments. I mean, I would assume that there's something more than just petty theft here that's going on. But you never know. You're not sure. Goodness gracious. What a load, though, right? To steal. Homeland Security purse was snatched. Where was her Secret Service protection? So are you telling me, again, like we traveled through Manhattan with Kristi Noem. We were there just with Kristi Noem, and she had like a 7-car detail. We were inside of this Secret Service bubble. I mean, it was like she was walking with at least 5 or 6 agents at all time, as she should be, obviously. But she has the highest possible protective detail. So are you telling me that somebody could just come up and pickpocket Trump? Come on, we like need a little bit of it. And this is crazy because this is the Secret Service's boss, right? The Secret Service is under Department of Homeland Security. DHS Secretary Kristi Noem's bag was stolen last night from the D.C. restaurant. The bag was holding $3,000 in cash, and so on, and all of her ID and all of her stuff. I mean, geez, medication. So some dude ran up, grabbed the bag, and then ran away. The Secret Service agent assigned to protect Kristi Noem. Yeah, got it.
Yeah. I was shocked to learn how much of my information is online. Name, full address, so much of my data.
On the news.
Yeah, got it.
Everywhere.
So Noem has obviously been on a rampage against leakers. This was a leak. You know, this happened. This wasn't made public by Kristi Noem or her staff. Somebody leaked this from inside of DHS. DHS used polygraph tests to crack down on leakers. This article is about them leaking ICE raids. Kristi Noem talking about how they're going to prosecute the leakers here. So we got more problems with the leakers. Luckily, Kristi Noem didn't have any guns in her purse, as far as we know. Otherwise, it would have gotten away with a gun. I have a feeling that someone's going to be in danger when they find out who did this. I mean, yeah, I F around and find out. The major questions I have here is, how the hell did somebody go up and do this? And then, will they get away with it? There's cameras all over Washington, D.C. Like, it is the most surveilled city, like, this side of a technocracy in China. So they'll be able to track this person down, and then, like, what's going to happen next? We're going to see embarrassing leaks about Kristi Noem or whatever out of here. That's scumbag behavior. But also, like, she should be able to be protected. Like, what the hell's going on with the Secret Service? She's their boss. So it's going to be a bad look, right, for the agent that was responsible for this. And she couldn't have been far from the purse. Just thinking about it, like, how the dynamics would work. Women just ain't far from their purses, especially when they have so many valuables like in their purses. So this person must have really been, like, inside the bubble. The bubble must not have been, like, hardened, as they say. Anyway, I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see what happens. Here's a short snippet of us interviewing Kristi Noem in a dangerous spot in a New York subway station where an individual was set ablaze by a criminal alien. And you can kind of see here exactly how much security she rolls with.
We are here at the Coney Island subway station where a criminal alien killed an American citizen by lighting them on fire.
Yep. Right here, and then this is the bench that he came to and sat on and watched her burn. And listen, this individual had come into the country illegally in 2018, had left and had come back and re-entered. They think that was living here in New York City for over a year because he got free food and shelter, and this city facilitated illegal immigration. And that poor woman burned to death here because of the actions of the mayor and the governor not taking care of their citizens in this city.
Doing some research on this, Trump deported this individual in term 1.
Yep, and he came back. And he came back again and was living here, and he specifically came to this city because they were taking better care of illegal criminals than they were their own citizens.
So this is horrifying. Of course, nobody wants more Laken Rileys. Nobody wants more dead Americans in the hands of criminal aliens. How are you going to stop it? Because it does seem like the states of New York are refusing to bend the knee.
I'm going to call out the governor, and I'm going to call out this mayor for about what they're doing. The governor could do an executive order today and rescind all of these sanctuary city policies. So this poor woman burned to death, and a man sat here and watched it that shouldn't have ever been in this country. And the governor can fix this today. Also, this mayor can step up in city council and make decisions that protect their citizens, take better care of people instead of these criminals. Listen, ICE lodged a detainer for this individual that burned this woman alive, and the Department of Corrections in the city won't turn him over. So that's how bad these leaders are and how much they're protecting criminals to the detriment of their own citizens.
What point do you think that there's legal culpability for the cities and the jurisdictions that do this to Americans? I mean, because they are wantonly passing and enforcing policies that murder America.
That's exactly right. President Trump is suing. The Department of Justice is suing the city and the state of New York City. But listen, leaders and put people in place that really want to protect them and make it safer.
All right. My question for you guys here, as I look for the other video, do you guys remember it was last year? Do you guys remember how Mr. Nice Guy had said, "Hey, I got this event going on. We're doing a little flag waving." You guys remember that? He told me to be there. Remember when Tammy Green was in the channel? Yeah. How many of you guys don't remember that? Because Mr. Nice Guy, I think that no one, clearly he didn't say that. Wow. I have documentation. He did say that to me in Tammy Green. We verified it. So, I don't know what he thinks he's going to do. Yeah, that was the issue. I think that might have been the real. I don't know. Nothing makes sense there. Because if security could get that close to somebody, somebody could a stranger could get up there that close to somebody, and with all those securities around her, what are they doing? What are they doing? Clearly, they're not doing nothing. All they are there are for decoration. And this whole Katy Perry, this stuff there, that was actually fake too. But Tesla the market is going up now. That's what I've been seeing. Tesla's going up now.
It's advancing rather rapidly, and I think a lot of people are still trying to understand where they fit in AI.
Starting probably in next month, May, my time allocation to Doge will drop significantly.
No, nothing makes sense there.
I'll have to continue doing it for, I think, probably the remainder of the president's term, just to make sure that the waste and fraud that we stop does not come roaring back, which we'll do if it has the chance. So I think I'll continue to spend a day or two per week on government matters for as long as the president would like me to do so, and as long as it is useful. But starting next month, I'll be allocating far more of my time to Tesla, and now that the major work of establishing the Department of Government Efficiency is done. So at Tesla, we've gone through many a crisis over the years, and actually been through many near-death experiences. I think we probably were on the ragged edge of death, at least maybe a dozen times. It's been so many times. This is not one of those times. We're not on the ragged edge of death, not even close. But there are some challenges. And I expect that this year will be, there'll probably be some unexpected bumps this year. But I remain extremely optimistic about the future of the company.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this. I'm going to miss, when Elon Musk is back at Doge, I'm going to miss the single greatest buddy comedy ever to grace the screen. And hopefully this doesn't end. I'm already nostalgic for it. Elon Musk has done incredible work, and our republic owes him a debt of gratitude. And whatever the cost, it was certainly worth it. It's your boy Benny. Smart and good management. You already saw that on the Brett Baer Fox News special. It's just going to be losing its chief spokesperson here. But it is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy Benny. Like, share, and subscribe.
Yeah, we know. Yeah, that does not make no sense, because with her having all the security, they died with her, Secret Service on her. How could somebody strangely just walk up there and take her purse and have that kind of money in her purse? $3,000, that's a lot of money. And we know that the libtards are gonna think, oh, we won, we got rid of Elon Musk. You didn't get rid of him. He's not quitting. He only worked for 130 days. 130 days. That's all he could work. But you can see him next year. So this one here.
We want to know how you think he's doing as president. You guys know how I think he's doing, but Democrats...
Yeah, shit show. Yeah. Nothing makes sense. And who would carry $3,000 in their purse? And all that stuff.
You're under arrest.
It's treason, then.
Okay, let's see. And we know that the libtards, they're going to think that they won. When he has to leave, he's only allowed to do 130 days. That's it. If he could do more, trust me, I think Elon Musk would do it. But he can't.
What's up, guys? It's Benny. We can be a little hyperbolic on this channel. We like to have a little bit of fun with the news cycles. But when I tell you that Klaus Schwab is an evil Bond villain that wants to control the universe and is probably a lizard person, well, it's true. Not only does he dress like one, look like one, sound like one, he literally tells you that he wants to control the universe.
Now, will be completely different,
bad. Today's a week.
very much affected.
That's not bad.
And who masters those technologies in some way will be the master of the world.
Will be the master of the world. Said at the World Government Summit. And you've often heard that the World Economic Forum wants you to live in the pod and eat the bugs, but they actually make videos about how they're going to force you to eat bugs. Insect chief. Bugs are good for us to eat.
It takes a fraction of the resources to grow a pound of crickets as it does a pound of beef.
You ready for your cricket burger? Oh, wait, you'll own nothing. They literally say it. 8 predictions for the world. In just 3 years, you'll own nothing and you'll be happy. You'll rent everything and you'll never own anything. I mean, they literally say it. Now, they deleted this video because of the backlash. But they can't delete clips like this, where the speakers who are honored at the World Economic Forum are saying our biggest challenge is actually the First Amendment and freedom.
Feels binary when it doesn't need to be, so I think we're going to have to think about a recalibration of a whole range of human rights that are playing out online, from freedom of speech to the freedom to, to be free from online violence.
You can see she's catching herself. Wait, we're monologuing. We're the evil villain and we're monologuing. Speaking of monologues that I miss, these moments from Tucker.
What does it need to master the future? I think to have a platform where all stakeholders of global society are engaged.
We masters of future. Masters of future.
Tucker doesn't do a lot of impressions, but his Klaus Schwab impression is bang on. He does, in fact, look like a lizard person. He did use his position to lecture and scold you on being an evil capitalist, and now he himself is under investigation as he has resigned from the World Economic Forum in the dark of night in total disgrace. Now Klaus Schwab is under investigation. A new probe. Founder quit after board moved to investigate whistleblower allegations. Forum founder Klaus Schwab is under investigation by the organization he created after a new whistleblower letter alleged financial and ethical misconduct from a longtime leader and his wife. It's always the wife who's in on it, too. The anonymous letter was sent last week to the forum's board and raised concerns about the forum's governance and workplace culture, including allegations the Schwab family mixed their personal affairs with the forum's resources without proper oversight. This is amazing. So he's a communist, right? Like this kind of stuff, you'll own nothing, you'll eat the bugs. This is just communism. It's Marxism repackaged. And just like with every single Marxist dictatorship, private property is banned in the Soviet Union, but Stalin had 20 different mansions in every province. Stalin could have anything he wanted. Stalin has all the private property. Stalin owns everything, you own nothing. Do you understand? Same thing in communist China. Same thing everywhere. The communist dictators live incredibly well. They live like the kings of old. And you become a serf again. That's really all it is. And including allegations that Klaus Schwab asked junior employees to withdraw thousands of dollars from ATMs on his behalf, used forum funds to pay for private in-room massages. Ugh, could you imagine having to do that? Ugh. Oh, you will master my neck and my back. You will be the master of it. It also alleged that his wife, Hildebeest, she's got to look like Hillary Clinton. Hilda Schwab. Okay, let's find out. She does look just like Hildebeest. She does look just like Hillary Clinton. Oh, man. Perfect. Perfect. Yeah, jeez, look at that. Look at the chomper on that. Jay Leno's jealous.
Yeah, J6
Goodness
and
gracious,
J13.
what the hell is going on?
I still want to know the damn truth about J13.
It's
All of
like
them.
Gary Busey in drag.
We want to know the truth about this guy.
Point is that they're in big trouble.
Are we going to know the truth? I don't think so.
Former forum employee scheduled a token forum funding meetings in order to justify luxury travel at the organization's expense. Klaus Schwab in recent days argued that against the investigation, telling board members that he denied the unsustained allegations that he would challenge them in a lawsuit. Board of trustees decided to open a probe. During an emergency meeting on Easter Sunday, Schwab opted to resign immediately as the chairman instead of staying around for an extended transitional period as previously planned. Schwab said through a spokesperson that they deny all allegations of whistleblower complaint. To protect the reputation, Klaus Schwab intends to file a lawsuit against anybody behind the anonymous letter and anybody who spread these mistruths. Whenever Schwab charged massages at a hotel to the forum while on travel, he'd always pay the forum back, the spokesperson said. Oh, okay. This is the guy lecturing you that you're going to own. The guy getting the private massages inside of the Swiss Alps resort is the guy lecturing you that you thing. The guy taking the private travel, whose wife is taking private travel all around the world. In a statement, the forum said its board unanimously supported the decision to initiate an independent investigation following whistleblower allegations against the former chairman. The forum said these allegations are serious. The letter also raised concerns about how Klaus Schwab treated female employees and how his leadership over a decade allegedly allowed instances of sexual harassment and other discriminatory behavior to go unchecked.
Yeah, we need justice. We need something to be done.
Previously investigated by the forum. The forum disputed the journal's reporting at the time, and Schwab denied the allegations.
He wasn't held responsible for this shit that they did.
There's also allegations of racism, right? Classic. Schwab, who's 87. Jeez, degenerate fossils. 87 is done after a humiliating round of backlash. An independent probe. Oh my. Hilde. Newspaper reported the allegations were sent in an anonymous letter to the board last week, included claims that Schwab mixed their personal finances with the forum resources. Of course, this is a very bad thing to do, especially if you're running what is a nonprofit, right? It's illegal. In a statement sent to the Associated Press, the forum said its board, which includes former U.S. Vice President Al Gore, of course, agreed to a decision by its Risk and Audit Committee to open the probe. So Klaus Schwab now getting probed, right? Maybe that's what his alien culture wants. That's what they like. They like it. Oh no, Klaus Schwab, don't do that. No, don't do that. Don't look too much into Klaus Schwab and his background. Klaus Schwab's dad definitely didn't work with the Nazis, was a Nazi, did with his munitions factory make flamethrowers that killed Americans. Don't look too far into it. No. Klaus Schwab isn't just like the full and total extension of a one-world dictatorship, which he has desperately tried to bring about. World Economic Forum, Klaus Schwab under investigation for the way that he spent his money. From the guy who lectured you about, well, the way that you spend your money. Klaus Schwab's resignation was not voluntary. It looks like he and his wife may be in some real trouble. Really the massages, not sure. But I do know this, that they have replaced him with a guy who's way less evil. This guy. Got it? This guy. Who also looks exactly like the Bond villain from Casino Royale. Klaus Schwab was just chilling at the Trump Hotel, which is very strange, right? Yeah. Klaus Schwab's replacement. They Live. Great movie. Oh, boy. He is the former CEO of Nestle. To access free water. Oh, good. He's going to change everything. Nestle CEO, supported the Fourth Industrial Revolution, food supply poisoner, the guy who said the water isn't a human right. Well, they have great casting, right? Great central casting. Bond villain. It really does look like it. Everyone should have just enough water to drink, about 50 liters per day. Crazy. Dude actually said that. Klaus Schwab retires to spend more time with his lizard family on planet Zacron 7. $52 million in U.S. AIDS funds to World Economic Forum were canceled. Why would we spend $52 million to give to the World Economic Forum? The whole world is communist scams. That's exactly right. And there's one man who called it out. Donald Trump calling it out to their faces. This is what I voted for. Let's go.
When exploring new credit cards, you should know what you're getting into. With hundreds of offers, Credit Karma curates relevant options.
That's why from the moment I took office, I've taken rapid action to reverse each and every one of these radical left policies that created this calamity, in particular with immigration, crime, and inflation. On day one, I signed an executive order directing every member of my cabinet to marshal all powers at their disposal to defeat inflation and reduce the cost of daily life. I imposed a federal hiring freeze, a federal regulation freeze, a foreign aid freeze, and I created the new Department of Government Efficiency. I terminated the ridiculous and incredibly wasteful Green New Deal. I call it the Green New Scam. Withdrew from the one-sided Paris Climate Accord and ended the insane and costly electric vehicle mandate. We're going to let people buy the car they want to buy. I declared a national energy emergency, and it's so important, national energy emergency to unlock the liquid gold under our feet and pave the way for rapid approvals of new energy infrastructure. The United States has the largest amount of oil and gas of any country on earth, and we're going to use it. Not only will this reduce the cost of virtually all goods and services, it'll make the United States a manufacturing superpower and the world capital of artificial intelligence and crypto. My administration has also begun the largest deregulation campaign in history, far exceeding even the record-setting efforts of my last term. And I've made it official, an official policy of the United States, that there are only two genders, male and female. And we will have no men participating in women's sports, and transgender operations, which became the rage, will occur very rarely.
That's right. There's only two genders. All right. Fix this up. So what do you guys think of this here? Of the little videos I played? It's good. You know, you guys notice too, this Mr. Nice Guy hasn't been back in the channel here. He comes in here for a few seconds. He tries, this is all on here this Sunday. Then he leaves. Just like last time. But you guys don't have to worry about it. I'm not going to go because I don't, I really don't like the fact that I heard directly out of them said Ashley Babbitt was an actor. And they wouldn't, no one would even say her name. That was very disturbing to me. So, but you guys don't have to worry about me going to that thing. And the fact that he lied to me last time, when I was right there, I heard the whole thing on the chat there. So, I don't appreciate liars. I don't care if these liftards want to go and contact them. I don't care. You're not going to change me. I'm not going. I'm on 95%. So right now we're going to, like I said, we're gonna, I don't know, we can sit back. I mean, but I really think that, I mean, yes, I see the Trump team was doing an awesome job there, but I think people need to be held responsible. I really think it's time that we need to start seeing them. People need to be held responsible for their action. The J6 committee should be already started investigation on them. Already should be started. I think it's really wrong what they have done to the American people. A lot of American people have killed themselves, and a lot of people got killed there. You know, people get hurt. I mean, watching a guy who got shot, basically ran his jaw, he's gonna live the rest of his life. So, I don't know. I think it's time that people need to be help. We need to start seeing something done. Yeah, we got a country to save. I agree with that, Jericho. But in the same time, as we're saving our country, we started doing the investigation of the J6 committee there. And we have asked for we've been asking for the JFK files, MLK files, and they're not giving us nothing here. Well, Trump team's been trying to do what they can do, but this fucking Democrat Party They don't want to see shit. Our own fucking government's behind this shit. 9/11. So, I don't know. It's getting in hand. No, I really think it's time for us to get the truth. I mean, we all know that Ashley Abbott did get shot and she did die. We all know that. I've seen it. But I think it's time for them to start actually doing something about it. Hold these people responsible. The Texas Committee should be held responsible for their action. You know, and it needs to come out to every freaking news channel and fucking rock like they did to us. They broadcast the bullshit that it was all Trump. Trump, look what Trump did. They need to broadcast the fucking truth. Broadcast the truth and let the American people to hear the truth and let the American people make up their own mind. Not the governor tell us bullshit stories. It only shows only what they want us to see. I mean, a lot of things have to be changed. It's got to. I mean, the MLK file, the JFK file. I mean, 9/11. I mean, we want to know the truth. I mean, I still don't believe it was just a fucking 2 planes. I mean, I do think that there was a bomb. I do agree with that part. I think there was a bomb involved. They intentionally knocked this shit down. It's the same thing like they were saying regarding to JFK. You know, there was somebody out there with a shooter with a gun. I mean, we need to know the truth. Well, the thing is, what we need to do is we all need to get out and stop being lazy, and vote. Get out, vote, and do something about it. You know, when I heard about over in Pennsylvania, there were a lot of you guys that didn't go out and vote. You guys gotta get out and vote. We have to get out and vote. We can't sit around here and like, oh, it doesn't matter. Oh, because we got to see the country to continue going red and want to make America great again. We have to get out and vote. And that means we have to support the Trump team, not support the Democrat Party. The more we sit down and be cowards, it's more that we're not going to have nothing left. Do you guys really want to go back to where we have nothing? Because that's what's going to happen. If we don't continue doing things there, it's going to go back that way. And this is our chance now to continue going forward. And right now, we have those and Trump team doing an awesome job. But if we want those things to continue going forward, keep going good, we got to get our vote. If we don't, kiss your country goodbye. That's all I got to tell you. Kiss your country goodbye. Do your research and vote for the Trump team, the right candidate. And you gotta get out, vote people, and vote the ones out. The ones that are not doing their damn job, it's time to let them out. We can't let them sit there. Makes no sense. And if you guys all are true patriots, you cannot let the other I call them fucking litters. You can't let those litters get to y'all. They're gonna do everything they can do. They're gonna try to take us down. We have to have a strong fucking bone, strong back, and we have to be able to do this stuff. And that's what's going on right now. So, seriously, we need to seriously fight you and do it peacefully wise. We, sit around here and, I'm a patriot, You're not a patriot, you're not willing to fight for your country. If you're not willing to fight for your country, then you're not a patriot. Because we gotta get out there, we gotta do as much we can do. If you can't get out because of medical reasons, you gotta commit it. You got ways at home to do things. Sit at home and eating your hot pockets like these fucking litards. We don't be like that. We want to make America healthy again and make America great again. And right now, Doge is doing a lot of good job. I really don't want to see Doge leave. I'm glad at least he's come in a couple days here or whatever. But we know how the litards are gonna be. You know the litards are gonna go around here. Oh, we got Elon Musk out here. He's gone. We know what's gonna happen. I guarantee. In May, they're gonna go out there and fucking, we won. You guys didn't win shit. That's the problem, I was like. Your Democrat Party didn't win shit. And that's what you all need to start learning. And that's why the American people, if you're really a true patriot, we gotta continue and show these people that we're not taking your bullshit no more. And do it peacefully, guys. I mean, we're all here fighting. I know we all know the truth. Ashcraft was shot, but we still need people need to be held responsible for their actions. Yes, we came a long way. You're correct. We came a long way. For us to just give up now, that would be the dumbest fucking thing to do. That's the bottom line, people. You might not like my language, but guess what? I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm going to put it straightforward how it is. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. We have to continue. If we were not, us as a teacher, we have spent years and years. I mean, I got 30 years and a half on doing live stream. And all you guys, everybody here doing their things. You got Jericho, everybody, and you too. Everybody keep doing things there. Good thing. We gotta continue. If we want to see the American to go make America great again, we gotta keep going forward. We gotta keep doing things there. That's just how it's gonna be done. I can't sit around here. I mean, you think I didn't like the fact when Joe Biden was in office and we had Barack Obama, all this, the races and the fucking gay shit. I don't want that. Then the fact how the economy was fucking running like shit. I don't like that. I don't like that. So now I have to work my ass off like I've been doing and trying to make it better. And I don't need it anymore. Yeah, we gotta do things, people. We gotta work together. I'm not gonna let these fucking lifters control me or whatever. They will come in here, they will make fake accounts, they will do everything else. But you guys have to understand, sometimes they will come in here. Don't let those fucking idiots get to you. Just fucking call them lifters. Because that's what they are. They're fucking dummies. And all they want to do is come here and fucking ruin our chat. And all they want to do is come here and fucking ruin our chat. And all they want to do is come here and fucking ruin our chat. And all they want to do is come here and fucking ruin our chat. And all they want to do is come here and fucking ruin our chat. And all they want to do is come here and fucking ruin our chat. And all they want to do is come here and fucking ruin our chat. And all they want to do is come here and fucking ruin our chat. And all they want to do is come here and fucking ruin our chat. And all they want to do is come here and fucking ruin our chat. And all they want to do is come here and fucking ruin our chat. And all they want to do is come here and fucking ruin our chat. And all they want to do is come here and fucking ruin our chat. And all they want to do is come here and fucking ruin our chat. And all they want to do is come here and fucking ruin our chat. And all they want to do is come here and fucking ruin our chat. And all they want to do is come here and fucking ruin our chat. And all they want to do is come here and fucking ruin our chat. And all they want to do is come here and fucking ruin our chat. And all they want to do is come here and fucking ruin our c because they want the main focus. They want us to focus on them all fucking day. So if you don't like them, if you see them on there, yes, we want to get rid of them. All you gotta do is go in. You can do yourself. You can hit basically. You can block them too. You're on your own. I mean, sometimes I can't always be like, boom, on top of it. But we gotta stay going forward here. I mean, I really don't want to be wasting my time, my life, the 3.5 years that I've invested here doing this stuff, for almost just like, oh, Trump won, we're done. Because when I watched Jericho's live stream, and I heard that people did not get a vote, and now another fucking Democrat got another seat. And you're thinking like, whoa, what is going on with the American people? So we gotta really work together here. I mean, I'm a one person, and Trump is one person. Do not sit your little hind ass on the ground and be, oh, Trump could do all this work here. Trump is one person. It's called we the people. We gotta do things together here. Yeah, that's good. I mean, even in the live stream, Mary, it's got. I mean, because when I was driving around a lot of times, basically for the whole time, fucking Joe Biden was in office, I was doing the whole drive around with flags in my car, because that's what I had a car. And there has been a lot more people in this fucking town has been flying around with fucking American flags and Trump flags around there. I am proud to see that. Anytime I see people out there being proud of fucking American and proud to be a fucking Trump supporter, hey, I'm proud of you if you love your fucking freedom. I'm not going to support fucking people that loves government control. I don't like that. And I'm very glad that I see, like, I mean, in fucking areas that, I might drive around, like, and doing live stream, like, sometimes when I'm not live, like, I'm just doing my other stuff, and I, like, getting ready to go this way, like, I see it in bad areas, and they got Trump flags out. I'm like, that's fucking awesome. I like that. I will get out of my fucking car and go shake your hand. I'll say, man, I'm proud of you. I'm very proud of you waking up, and you're starting to smell the coffee, and you're realizing that your fucking Democrat Party don't give a shit about y'all. And I mean, I talk to you all the time, I know everybody use a lot of language. Yes, I do. Because it does. It irritates me when I hear it. When I heard that when Jericho was doing his live one day, when he said that people there in Pennsylvania did not get a vote, that was very annoying. Yeah. And Greg Kelly's pretty good in Newsmax. And Cowboy Logic, yeah. I try to watch. The thing is with me, I try to watch everything that's going on and see. But the thing is, if I'm watching it and I see it only when some people are get out there doing things, but I feel like that a lot of people we should be holding people responsible for their actions. The J6 committee should be done. Yes, that's terrible. 25%. What is going on here? I mean, seriously, we need to get out in the field. Like I said, if you have a medical reason that you cannot get out, there's still other ways that you can do it. You can still vote by mail. And we got another libtards. See, look at it. More of the libtards. Because the libtards have nothing better to do in life. They like to make fake channels. But we need to get out and vote. If you like these fucking libtards here, they're going to keep coming. Because you know what? If we sit down and do shit, then the 25% of us, that's pretty bad. That's pretty terrible. And I'm very disappointed in the Patriots there. Because when I heard Jericho, when he did that, I still, that wasn't like just a couple days ago. that still annoys me that I can't believe you guys thinking about voting. I mean, if you live in Pennsylvania, get out there and do it. If you can't because of medical reason, you still got voted by mail. And you know what? You can still be proactive here in your state, okay? And get on the damn computer and do stuff. You gotta get stuff. People gotta be activated here, man. You can't just sit around here and think, "Oh, Trump's gonna do everything." You know, it's not Trump's responsibility. Think about it. Last time when Trump was in office before, a lot of American people sit here and had the same attitude that we have today, right now. That I see that we have today. That we always think, "Oh, Trump's gonna do everything here." And guess what? Look what we got. We election got fucking stolen. We got an asshole in the fucking office for 4 fucking years, and the fucking little douchebag. All these people. And look, our country went to. And now Trump his team has come back in and now clean up all this mess up again. And I know Trump could do it, but we need to work together. So yeah, I mean, we gotta do our part, people. Still going on. So, we got to do our part, people. Seriously. If you don't care about your country, and you don't care about nothing, then you can't blame anybody else. Blame yourself. I mean, look how, all that stuff they put Trump through, the whole nonsense, and Trump still is holding, he's gonna stand back. He truly loves the American. He loves our country. He loves everybody, and he still want to continue fighting. You got Elon Musk out here. Elon Musk is doing it for free. He's not making any money on this earth. He loves the American too. He wants to make America great again. The fact is, some of the Democrat Party have woken up. Like Elon Musk, he was a part of the Democrat. I know some more. And some of you are waking up. But we need to get everybody waking up here. I mean, here in this live stream, there are some waking up now. There are some here that are waking up. There's still some here that are fucking littered. They're stupid. Because the only thing that they think about in life is about a fucking abortion and basic freebies. And I keep trying to say them. Just because it sounds free to you, guess what? It costs you money. It costs your neighbor next to you, his tax dollars pay for your freebie. So nothing like it's free. Just because it's free, it still costs the tax dollars money. And a lot of people don't understand that. So I am I try to keep talking all the time here. You know? But there's some people these days, they just don't. Some people just like, oh, I don't give a shit. Or some people like, oh, I don't like getting involved in politics. I say all the time. You know, in life, there's a lot of things I don't like to deal with. Guess what? But every day, it's always going to be politics involved, because every day, when you go buy fucking milk, guess what? We're going to pay for it. Tax money. It's part of politics. Where if you don't get a vote, all the things you're doing, that's why you got to go and vote. If you're not happy with the gas price, you're not happy with what's going on, you got to say them. Just like the gas station. I know they're gouging. I fucking tell them, your guys are gouging. That is gas gouging. Because number one, if you, for example, say you go buy a fucking milk, and your milk is $1.38 or $1.98 for that gallon. Well, that's what you pay for it. Where the cost to get it for, that's the same thing. Same thing with a barrel. If they buy a barrel, that's how much a barrel costs us. So yeah, I mean, really, the barrel of gas is whatever they pay. That's what the gas price is. Gas should not just change out of nowhere. When you see gas, they should do that. The problem is they're doing to us because there's been so many years that American people, they see it's a high demand. Everybody needs gas. Everybody needs gas. We all do. We need gas to get around, gas to get to work, or whatever we're doing. And they just think, oh, the American people are so fucking stupid. We can do it all day because they don't give a shit. But if we start getting more American people to stand up and say, you know what you're doing is totally wrong, it's illegal. You're not allowed to do that. That's gas gouging. And that's why I mean, I know when I see gas prices high, I know it's high. And it's the same thing they're playing today. They're playing the gas gauge. I'm paying low, high, low, high. It's like all they're doing is fucking using. It's like I said, it's high demand. Same thing with milk, food. It's high demand. They can play game. They can go higher. They can go lower. Just like the thing is, if you ever go to stores, if you ever want to eat something healthy, like basically we're trying to make America healthy again, you cannot go to a store and buy healthy stuff cheap. But you could go to a grocery store. You can buy pop, you can buy candy, you can buy everything else. All the fucking junk, dude. And it's cheaper. Yeah. I mean, I wish I was basically living on a farm. Because that's the way I do it. You know, because you got your own meat. It's just, it's crazy what's going on. It really is crazy. It's high. If you have your own farm, you know what you're putting in your meat. You know what's in there. You get over all these fucking chemicals, all this bullshit. So, I mean, I wish I lived on a farm. I mean, I wouldn't mind living on a farm because, hey, I mean, I did stay at somebody's farmhouse before. I didn't mind him. It was, I mean, it's privacy. It's quiet. The only thing sucks is you don't have anything fucking nearby you. But hey, it's part of life. Yes, they need to leave their kids alone. We need to get out and vote people. We got to really do it. I mean, I don't know. We just got to get doing. We can't sit around and not vote. And everybody else thinks I'm drinking a pop. Guess what? I go to this, basically, it's called Chick-fil-A. Okay, letters, Chick-fil-A. I go there and they give me a big cup. I got a water. I drink this here. Okay, I do about 8 of these a day. Plus, I have my actually 3 of these mugs here that I have on the ground here. That I drink a lot of water. I'm not a pop person, okay? If I can get my cup there. So I got 3 of these here, and I drink a lot of these here. Okay? I like to drink a lot of water because it's good for your body. Now, if you want to clean your kidneys out, I mean, then I'll get myself some cranberry. Okay? Because it's always good to clean your kidneys out too. So that's what you drink cranberry for. I don't like that bullshit. Everybody's, oh, why'd you get a pop? I don't like pop. I'm not a really big pop person. I mean, if I do, I mean, hey, I can have them all the time. It's just disgusting. It's just nothing but sugar, people. We don't need it. So I drink a lot of water. And I'm very proud of that. Because you see some people these days, man, I didn't understand that. Like, they ask for water, and then they gotta put that flavor shit in there. Why? If you ask for water, drink water, you don't need the flavor stuff. Some people can't drink water. I don't know why. They have to have that flavor in there. I said, then you know what you could do? Get yourself a fresh lemon, squeeze it in, and call it a done deal. There goes your flavor. You don't need to put all that. all that other stuff there, you put it, it's all chemicals for your body, man. You don't need that. So, I don't know, but I know Jericho's probably got to work tomorrow. So what we're going to do is we're going to end the live stream. Don't forget, tomorrow, Meg America will be live tomorrow. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow. Meg's will be live tomorrow. And so yeah, you guys don't have to worry about it. I will not be going to know Mr. Nice Guy's fucking thing here on Sunday, because I'm not doing anything with him. I do not appreciate, like I said, when somebody fucking calls Ashley Babbitt a fucking basically actor, and fucking no one can even stand there and say her name. Plus on that, if you remember, he said here, hey, I got this event going here. Why don't you come over here and all that? And when I got there, no one's fucking there. And then he said, oh, I didn't say that. I didn't say today. I didn't say nothing about that. That wasn't me. Bullshit. Because Tammy Green was in there. Tammy Green was in the chat. And Tammy Green seen the whole thing. Okay? And Tammy's the one that they told me about it. 'Cause I was right there. I was driving. Remember, guys, I don't read chat when I'm driving. So, I don't trust Mr. Nice Guy. I don't. I think it's full of shit. I think that he claims he wants to be a patriot person, whatever, but no, because you don't do things like that. You don't need to be honest. Don't lie to me. Just like you telling your troll all the time. If you ever want to come to my chat there, you want to debate me, come to the chat, debate me. Be you. Don't become some fucking fake channeling. Because guess what? I don't have time for your shit. But let's let you guys all go. Because you know Jericho's probably... I'm not going. I am not going. I rather spend my time... Very good. I tried to stick doing patriotic stuff. Like doing the whole thing with the Tesla thing. I told you guys to do it one time. Hey, Litards, how you doing, Litard? Where do you live at, Litard? Fake channel? Right, let's get back to our focus here, because we don't want to give these Litards time. But like I said, we know Jericho's got to go to bed. And trust me, guys, I'm not going that thing. Alright? So you guys all have a good night. Don't forget, Mega America will be live. Like I said, the toss up one time. I told you guys it one time. I don't see myself doing it anymore because it's not me. I got time to be sometimes the idiots here. Yeah, where's he been for here? Good question. That's a good question. Why don't you ask the Litards where has he been? Maybe the Litards know. Because they know so much shit these days. Alright, Jericho, you're out. And I'm out too, y'all. I don't know. I might go live maybe Friday. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Well, if I don't, you guys will see me Saturday. God bless y'all. And you guys will have a good night.